Hello everyone, it's Kevil from AG Estate Agents. In this video I want to share with you some of my top tips that will help you purchase your first buy-to-let property. Tip number one would be to speak to a mortgage advisor before you view any properties. That way you know the exact budget that you're working with and you can start narrowing down the areas in which you can invest in. Going directly to your bank can be a very good starting point, but I'd always recommend speaking to an independent whole-of-market broker, purely because they have access to the whole of the market and they can end up finding you a much more competitive mortgage product. My second tip would be to come up with a strategy as to what you want to achieve from investing in property. Typically, investors either look for one of two things: either achieving a very good yield from a property or achieving a very high capital growth. High yielding properties can be a great cash flow mechanism, whereas something which achieves high capital growth will allow you to remortgage the appreciated value and reinvest those funds into your second venture. My next tip would be to start researching the areas you want to invest in. If you're going to be managing the property yourself, then it may be better off buying a property that's quite close to you. That way, if there's any maintenance or repair works that needs doing, you can attend to them quite quickly. On the other hand, if your main priority is to achieve a good return, then your local area may not be the best place in order to do that. So it's always worth keeping an open mind and looking further afield. My next tip is to be aware of all the legislation which is now involved in renting a property. Make sure you ask as many people as possible, speak to letting agents and get a really good idea as to what is expected of you as a landlord. And some legislations can be complied with for free, others do have a cost involved, so be sure to add those to your numbers when you're working out your return too. If you're looking to buy a flat, then I would always ask the agent how long is left on the lease and what the ground rent and service charges are, as they will also impact the return on your investment. In terms of a good lease length, I would always recommend going for something which has over 100 years remaining on the lease. Only because anything under 80 or 70 years can become a little bit difficult in obtaining a mortgage. And also, if you buy it at 80 years, you keep it for 10 years, and then when you sell it on, it will only have 70 years remaining on the lease. And so it may not be that appetizing for the buyer when you want to sell it on. My next tip would be to start viewing properties. This way you can get a really good idea as to what you can get for your budget and what the different areas are like as well. My next tip would be to really work on your numbers before making an offer on a property. Beware of the extra 3% stamp duty you now need to pay, the changes in mortgage tax relief, which has already come into play from April this year, and all your other associated costs with buying a property, such as your solicitor fees, mortgage advisor fees, and ensure that all the numbers work and it's the right investment for you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any of your own tips you want to share with other investors, then feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Otherwise, please like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I shall see you all on the next video.